No, this is not going to be a therapy session, but I'm going to show you one of the best ways to learn the clean, or to be more precise, the hand insertion. And the hand insertion is important in the clean as well as in the snatch. These are two of the most bang for your buck exercises that you can do with a kettlebell. Now, granted, these are ballistic exercises, so it requires momentum to learn them, which might cause issues. So in this video, I'm going to show you a way how we teach the clean to beginners. And this has proven to be so effective that only after a few reps, people quickly understand what it means to properly clean a kettlebell. And if you're over 40 and you want to become strong, fit, and lean without going to the gym twice as fast, download my free ebook in the first link in the description. Grüezi miteinander, Gregory von Lebe hier. Let's jump right into this great tutorial. So, you need a chair like this where you can lean back, because the leaning back will also teach you what it means to have a proper and solid rack position. So now you bring your kettlebell up and make sure you put it on your thighs. If it causes a little bit of issues or pain, make sure you have something below it so that it doesn't trigger that pain or that issue, because the kettlebell is going to rest here for quite a while. I have the kettlebell like this, where the bell points to the floor and the handle points towards me. This is the exact moment where that hand insertion happens. So one of the major keys that you want to watch out for when you clean the kettlebell is that you make sure that the bell doesn't point up. Because if it points up, it has to land somewhere and then it crashes. So with this position, we want to take a look at the bell first, what it is. This is the bell. This is the base of the hollow core. I have a pro kettlebell right here, which is one of the best kettlebells that you can use. And if you want to get 10% off, use the code Lebe at checkout. This is the window right here. This is the handle. This is the lower corner or lower edge. And this is the upper corner or upper edge. And these are the horns, the lower horn and the upper horn. You have to understand these descriptions of what the kettlebell really is, because now it makes sense what I'm about to teach you. When you swing the kettlebell, you grab it like this. We call this a finger grip, where the palm doesn't make contact with the bell. My pinky makes contact with the lower part of the edge or the corner, the lower corner. I always want to make sure that I avoid any type of contact with the palm, because if I grab it in a crush grip, I'm going to shred my palm skin into pieces and turn my hand into hamburger meat. I want to avoid this. So this is the moment where the kettlebell comes up and it swings like this. Now what happens is I insert my hand inside the window of the kettlebell, where my web space, this is this thing right here, connects with the upper corner, and my forearm bone right here connects with the lower horn. Watch. Boom. Now, what you don't want to do is this. You don't want to flex your wrist and then insert the hand, but you want to have a neutral wrist where you shove almost your whole forearm into the bell. And now watch what that looks like. You see? Now the handle points diagonally down, and the lower horn connects with my forearm bone. If I have it in this position, I lean back and relax. So what this does is I now want to look for a proper connection that may be on the stomach, or it may be where my pelvis, where I feel my pelvis. It's called the iliac crest of the hip. But you want to get this feeling of, wow, I can actually sit like this and rest, because now the kettlebell rests on my frame. You have to understand this concept, that the kettlebell is not supposed to rest on your muscles like this, but the kettlebell is supposed to rest on your body. All right? Now, if I want to drop the kettlebell between the legs, I do a reverse hand insertion. This is how I call it. Now, I do a corkscrew maneuver where I point the handle towards me. The bell points towards the floor, and now gravity sets in. The bell wants to fall, so I do this. And then the kettlebell is here again. So let's repeat this. Pinky connects with the lower corner. I have the kettlebell in the finger grip. Now I insert my hand inside the window of the kettlebell. I lift the bell up and now I rack it. This is what we call the nest. And now the kettlebell rests in the nest and I lean back. You can watch TV like this. Great. So after understanding this concept, an insertion, rack, boom, we're going to stand up and we're going to use an additional drill to help you understand the clean better. So now I have laid a perfect base to do an assisted clean. Watch. 1, stop, and now think. All right? That's good. That's good. And now drop and rest. Great. Now you flick the kettlebell around your wrist, that corkscrew maneuver, and you grab it again. And this is where you pull your hand out of the window and let it drop. Stop. Insert. Rack. Corkscrew. Pull it out. Drop it. And what this does is it takes away the momentum for you to learn the exercise perfectly. Now you have to do this drill often to understand and really hone it in, and then it requires reps. As soon as you're done with the assisted clean, you give it a go. And then I recommend first understanding the low swing mechanism, and then letting the kettlebell fly, making sure the bell points down. Now I pull it up a little, making sure my fingers are still inside the window of the kettlebell, and then I spirit rack it. When I drop, like this, bending the knees to catch it in the pendulum. And now let's add the breathing pattern. The same concept applies with the snatch. And this is how you master a proper hand insertion. Here's the next thing that you have to do. Clean and press that like and subscribe button. Share with a friend who's also interested in kettlebells. And if you made it this far, download my free ebook in the first link in the description called the Kettlebell Code. If you're over 40, 50, or 60, you don't have a lot of time, but you still want to take care of your fitness, this is where the kettlebell comes in. I'm going to give you a shortcut to success. I'm going to show you how to do it from the get-go, 100% free in my free ebook. You'll find it in the first link in the description or in the pinned comment. Download it right now.